Everybody, I have a confession to make. I have been lying to you about what I love to draw. Actually, I love to draw watercolors and I love to draw characters and landscapes. That's where my true passion lies. And so I'm going to be switching the direction of this YouTube channel. And I hope you can follow along with me. Okay, so recently I've been obsessed with pigment bloom. I think it's a new obsession of mine. I've been walking the daily steps for so many times, and I have a confession to make. I am drawing pigment bloom characters basically every single day now. This is just one of the speed paints I managed to get from my collection of speed paints of gouache and watercolors. And I know this is totally different from my usual digital art, but to be very honest with you, I realized that I actually like to draw traditional art more than digital art. So I'm going to be making a change if this content on YouTube to be continuing more of my art in gouache and watercolors from the future onwards. And so there'll be less of my digital media at the channel, because I've been doing this channel for 2 years and I think my comic for Inner Bakery is coming to an end. I'm just going to close that chapter of my life, no pun intended, and start a new one. So my new idea of an art journey is I'm going to be doing lots of travel watercolor sketches, and they will be featuring some of my bread dot characters and Ashi, which is my YouTube mascot, going on different trips around the world. And the idea is that I'll take you with me in my pocket sketchbook, and then we'll go to different places and I'll show you around Vancouver. I'll also show you around the world, as in the next place I'll be trying to research more on are the Alps. And then I'll do some of that, maybe make it into a book. The whole idea is for me to get out there, meet new people, also for you to enjoy like some of the newer architectural stuff I've been obsessed with, and to also find some more pigment characters. Yes, since this channel is still in the beginning stages, I'm sure you'll find it fun to join along with me and my journey to become an artist. Maybe this is the correct path. As you know, artist journeys go up and down, and so this is kind of what I've been thinking from last week. So my week so far has been good. I've been drawing a lot of outside nature things. I've been drawing a lot of pigment bloom. For those of you that don't know this game, it's basically a Nintendo game where you walk many steps to find different new characters called Pikmin, and then each Pikmin sometimes has a new like mascot, like they would have objects on their bodies and stuff. So this character that I'm drawing right now, with that looks kind of like a fly, I think it's supposed to be a bumblebee, is holding a popsicle stick. And then next to it, I think I have like a Dumbo holding a blue Pikmin holding a Dumbo, which is like a Japanese style mochi dessert. And then the one right next to it is supposed to be a cannoli, which is a French dessert, and inside is like a Pikmin. The idea is that I'm going to be making lots of Pikmin food related characters designs, and this is just for fun. I originally just really like character designs, and I feel like doing comics hasn't allowed me a lot of that. I'm just gonna keep drawing what I love, and then hopefully continue to sustain myself with my full-time job. And then at the side, I'll be drawing more of these watercolor travel sketches as my kind of fun time hobby slash business. I've been researching about how to make art accounts business worthy, and there's some things, and they said to niche down, pick your field, pick your lane, and I've been having a lot of trouble doing that over the last couple of years. Ever since graduating from art school, I realized that I haven't picked a lane, and I have always like switched between mediums, partly because of time constraints and partly because I'm trying to figure out what will make the most amount of money, but I never like asked myself, if I were to not make money off of this, like what would make me happy just to do it. And watercolor just keeps coming back into my life. No matter how many times I told myself, yeah, I stopped it, and then I just keep going back to it. Like these couple of years, I've been painting outdoors and I've never really like stopped that. No matter how much I try to like pick a lane to be making webtoons, I've always done that continuously. And another thing I've always come back to are these like characters that I just design. I've never stopped designing characters. I just love drawing little cute things and like thinking of new character designs that could possibly be relevant to me at that time. And those two things can go hand in hand, but then I always come back to the idea of like, how do I make money from this? How do I earn 10K? And then I just choose something that I never really truly loved compared to the other stuff. And it's like, you know, FOMO, like fear of missing out. I get that sometimes from my art. I fear of missing out sometimes, but I recently was listening to another mindset shift, and then Elaine Gu apparently is one of the very famous model, and she's also a really competitive Olympic skier, and she practices neuroscience like for her university major or something. So those are 3 really hard things, and she does them all really well. And I've been thinking like maybe I should shift my mindset to become something that is this. She said a quote is practice like you never won, perform like you're number one. So I think that is a really good quote to live by. Like practice like I never won. I'm gonna practice my watercolor travel artist, this new field, I guess, of art that I'm gonna go into like I never won. I'm gonna learn all about the lighting, line art, the places I'm going to go to. Eventually the idea is to travel to those places. I haven't had the chance to travel to the Alps yet. One day I will. And when I get there, I'm gonna see if I've learned much from my research. So this is kind of a little bit more for me, not for you, the viewer. And then I'm going to perform like, no, I'm number one. So whenever I go out there and draw and paint, or I talk to you on the camera, I'm gonna perform like I'm the best. I'll try my best to do that. I struggle a bit, but it's okay. I'm being authentic. Like you do you, you know? And so this is just my thoughts of this week. Again, kind of rambly, kind of talking about things, but this is the direction I'm thinking of taking my channel, and I will do this, hopefully, and I'll commit to doing this for 5 years. Okay, so this is my commitment to you. Once posting this, I will commit to doing this watercolor travel artist thing for 5 years, and I will travel. I will take those pictures, and also I will paint those places. I'll make an itinerary. I'll become like a travel vlogger / artist, and then I'll learn about the plants. I'll learn about the weather. I'll learn about the history. I'll learn a lot about the world through making art. And if you enjoy that kind of thing, please feel free to keep following me. I'm not even sure how many people watched my videos anymore. So just putting it out there, if you're still watching and still a follower, I'm switching directions. I hope you can join me on switching the direction. And I'll see you next week for another video. Bye.